I think it's important when you're working a horse to try to understand why they do the things they do. And when I'm working the flag, I want to present the flag in a way that that's where the relief is, that the horse is going to be the most comfortable wherever that flag goes. Not because I'm telling him to go with the flag, but because he's experienced what it feels like not to go with the flag, and he chooses to go with the flag with wherever it goes. So here I just kind of press with both feet. You can see both ears went towards the flag, got a connection there mentally. And so when I squeezed with both legs, that meant you could go anywhere you would want to go. And I'll do that again so you can kind of see, where does the horse want to go? This is where he wants to go. So I just let them know that was a good choice. And then when the flag leaves, I'm not telling the horse it's leaving. I'm just going to sit here. Okay? So I'm changing the angle to make a point that relief is right here. When I stopped the horse back there, I wanted to feel like there was a little stronger connection, so this is why I did what I did. I said the relief is right here. So we'll see if she checks in. Ears are forward, that's a good sign. So the ears can be a great indicator what's going on in the horse's mind, where his attention is. I'm just sitting here, I'm not doing anything, just waiting to see, letting the horse know he can find comfort in the stop here, even though we're angled in slightly. But for me, that's kind of what I want to happen, is for this horse to get a little stronger connected, feel a little comfortable with the flag. So I'm going to accept this little bit of slight angle. Now right here, I'm just asking for the horse to get soft. I just felt there was a little bit of just not as comfortable as I would like. I'd like for the horse to be a little more relaxed and when it goes into that trot. So when you see me kind of reaching for this horse here, I'm just saying, hey, can you give me a soft feel as we're going along? And it's also, if the only time you ever pick the reins up is to correct one, well then pretty soon they can get a little gun shy of that too. So being able to reach for my horse here and the horse being comfortable with that is also something that's, I think, is necessary. Go ahead and take it harder the other way. So the horse wasn't quite ready for that right turn down there. Kind of came with his shoulder first. Things were kind of stiff, so it didn't feel as smooth as I would like for it to be. So I'm gonna work on getting relaxation going back that way before I ever get to the stop. Notice the angle I left her at. Let's see if it works any better now. So the horse is going to prepare for what he's going to do, whether it's something you want him to do or whether it's not something you want him to do. He's always going to prepare for that transition. So if I could help him in that preparation stage, help him prepare a little better for what I'm looking for, then the outcome will probably be a little different, because you notice that last turn was quite a bit better than the turn before that. So I'm trying to always put the horse in a good position to be correct, help him be consistent, and also to give him confidence that, you know, it's going to be pretty much the same sequence every time. When the flag leaves, I'm just going to sit here. It's their horse's responsibility. What are you going to do about it? If the horse goes, but he goes with some tightness or just not totally relaxation, well, then I can go in there like I did this last time as we went that way. Just work on, hey, can you give me a little relaxation as we go down that way? And then also the angle and where the horse found relief also helped the horse prepare better for that turn. So a couple of things there. Now, does that mean I have to do it all the time? No, I don't want to have that horse rely on me to get him ready. That's his job. So I'm just there to help him make a transition, and then I'll turn it back over to him and see if he needs any more support or help. If not, I'm good. I want to leave as much up to the horse as possible. So when I do this, I use my hands and my legs, kind of bring that horse into the bridle just lightly to say, hey, just give me just a little bit of collection, a little bit of softness here. But you see that when I'm done, the horse can go back and connect to the flag. And you can see the horse is very comfortable looking in, ears are forward. Deep breath. So these are all positive things. I want the horse to realize that flag is a good deal. Wherever it goes, be a good thing for you to go with it. And so once they start realizing how good a deal it is, their mind, their focus, everything is about where that flag is. And again, I'm just working on, you don't have to get, what's the word I want to use? You don't have to get tight or bothered. And it's just a very slight tightness. It's not a big thing, what I'm feeling in this horse, but there could be more relaxation in that trot. And so I'm just trying to help the horse become more relaxed with that flag moving at a faster pace. That's what I was waiting for right there, is just that slightest bit of kind of check in, and I'll go, that's a great idea. Rather than me manufacture it, I'd rather it become the horse's idea to kind of do that check in. So there was more relaxation in that transition. And again, you can see my angle from the camera angle, that I'm slightly angled in. I'm helping this horse find the relief is there. Now, as you get farther along, you can start changing your angle to more parallel or even angled away on the ends of your run. I like to prefer to have them a little angled away. So you can kind of play with that. But you can see this horse is comfortable here. It's checking in again. Again, the timing of my rubbing is coordinated with her checking in with that flag. I'm not going to be petting on her if she goes to looking off somewhere. I'm just going to try to coordinate it with that flag, that's a good spot. Now I'm going to have them move the flag. Go ahead and move the flag to you, Ryan. So again, there's just that little bit of, we need a little more relaxation in that trot. There's our check-in. I'm going, that's a great idea. So there she wanted to lope. I would have preferred she trotted, but so that's why I went ahead and off for a soft feel. And I want to be careful that I don't use too much inside rein, and I'd end up kicking the rear end out. I was pretty close there, but I still like the angle, just helping the horse find. That flag's a good deal. That one's a little better. So as I go through here, I'm going to talk about where my hand placement is. I'm going to put it on my inside knee. That's going to help promote softness out of that departure. Right there. I want to just have the horse put a little more effort in that relaxation before I quit. Same thing here. Okay, so you saw right there, I would have liked for her to stop, but she kind of got in a hurry thinking she needed to turn, and I allowed it. In other words, I allowed what she thought she needed to do right there. But it gives me information that that stop was not as comfortable as it needs to be. In other words, she was quick to get out of the stop and go into her turn in anticipation of that flag moving. So I'm going to have Ryan just act like you're going that way, just a step or two, and then send it harder that way. So what I did there is I kind of set her up. The flag was going to act like it was going to go that way, and then it went this way. You notice how she turned. She kind of turned with her shoulder first. Didn't take the time to get stopped, get properly set. So those are all things that I'm going to take in consideration. Now I do like what I'm feeling right now. As you can see, her body is parallel to the flag, but you see her head and her neck have a lot of bend in it. And the bend is there because she's looking at the flag. Not because I asked her to bend, but because she thinks she needs to bend. And to me, you got to have flexibility in working. A cutting horse needs to be able to bend its body. Okay, go ahead and move it. So I'm going to see there she checks in a little sooner. Again, her body's horizontal. You can see her neck and her head are all bent in, focusing in on that flag. That flag's becoming more and more priority. So I'm just going to have you walk it slowly the other way. Here again, I like the bicycle because you can regulate. That's good. You can regulate. That's good. Just go back that way. Stop it. Okay, right there. So right here is where I'm going to finish up. This is the spot she thought she needed to be in a hurry. This parallel spot. And I'm waiting for her to connect to the flag. You can see her ears are kind of, she's checking stuff out over there. Now I could fix it up to where she looks at it, but I'm kind of waiting to see if she's going to kind of set up and look at it. These are small things, but they make a big difference. So if I was going to have somebody else ride this horse, I would want the horse to be more focused on the flag so that when somebody else got on the horse would be more confident in what his responsibilities are. So I'm going to, as you can see, this horse is angled away. So I'm going to press with both legs very subtly, and you should see it, the horse make a change. So I'm just making it difficult for him to stand still. The pressure just gets stronger and stronger and more difficult to stand still. And you see her shifting her weight, moving around. She's got to make a commitment to go somewhere. And that commitment's going to tell you where her mind is. Now she stepped too far past the cow. I'm going to back her up. I'm going to say the relief's right there. Notice both ears went forward. I might just pet on her. So you can kind of tell by the angle we were at, she wasn't sure where the relief was. She thought about maybe walking that way, but you saw that I reached for her. I didn't punish her. I just let her realize, well, there's more pressure over there. The relief is right here. So the next time that I offer, I'm going to have you move it that way just a little bit, and we'll stop again. Okay, all right. Now, notice that left ear is a little more engaged than it was the last time we stopped. Again, I'm just going to sit here and kind of wait for a second or two and see what she's thinking about. What I would like to see is for her to look in, check in with that flag. But you can kind of see things are not there. So here again, I'm going to make it uncomfortable for her to stand still. I say, well, where would you like to go if you had your choice? So again, I'm making it uncomfortable. You can see my legs are coming in. The pressure's coming on. She's going, I know that's not a good idea. So I'm going to take that one as a try. As we kind of rounded a little bit in her turn, I'll accept it for now. But at some point, when you take one step in the wrong direction, you're gonna run into pressure. But for that scenario, I kind of allowed her to take an extra step or two because I'm slightly ahead of the flag. Go ahead and run it that way again just a little bit. We'll see. Okay. Notice my angle. Again, I'm just waiting here. It's not my job to say, hey, keep your eye on the flag. That's the horse's job. So I'm just kind of sitting here to see what you want to do. Kind of non-committal. So I'm going to say, well, you're going to commit to doing one thing or the other. In other words, you're going to either commit to leaving or you're going to commit to hooking up. There I took that one step and then I backed up. There's where the relief is. Let's try that again, one more step. Okay. Again, I'm just going to sit here. Now I'm going to wait. Now I'm starting to bring pressure. So the amount of time that it takes, knowing, you know, I've only been on this horse, probably this is the second time working the flag that we're addressing this issue. So I'm going to start off with giving the horse plenty of time to make a decision. But as I start learning more and more about this horse, that decision-making time is going to start narrowing down more and more, to where pretty soon you're going to have to, the horse is going to need to put some effort into his decision-making. In other words, I'm not going to give you the same amount of time every time to make a decision. That's going to start shortening down when I start to feel like the horse understands, but maybe isn't putting the effort behind it. So just move it that way again. Okay. So again, I'm waiting to see what the horse is going to offer me anything. I'm not feeling much right now, so I'm going to go ahead. Well, let's make a commitment. And there I increased the pressure right there to say, hey, you got to start making a decision here a little sooner. Let's go that way. So I'm waiting for the horse here just for a little bit. I would have liked something to have happened by now. So I'm going to put pressure here, and I'm going to keep it there. And I'm going to add pressure a little bit here. You can see me put a little more energy in here, and then there. So I just made it a little more black and white. That's the relief. There's a deep breath. That's another good sign. So if you're a little unsure or a little reluctant to look for that flag, well, life might not be easy for a little while, because you need to make a commitment a little sooner that that flag is the relief. But it's your choice. Go ahead and move it. Okay. Waiting for something to happen here. I'm going to ask for a step. And I kind of kept the pressure on until that's an indication when both ears go forward that you've connected. Go ahead and move it pretty fast that way. So I wasn't liking the results I was getting, so I changed it up a little bit. And I asked Ryan to move that flag a little faster and a little harder, so it just would challenge the horse to maybe want to keep an eye on that flag a little bit stronger. Go ahead and do it again. Go ahead and move it back to you. Notice the angle I left her at, kind of helped her out. Look, notice the ears. As soon as I got done doing what I was doing, so these are small things, but they can really make a difference in helping the horse find out where the relief is. The relief is with the flag. The connection is with the flag. It's not because I'm telling you to go there, it's because you've experienced what it's like not to go with the flag, that you've learned, the horse learns that I'm all about where the flag goes. So to me, that's the difference we made in this horse a little bit today, is it became more the horse's idea to get connected. So I'm going to quit there. I'm going to pet on my horse, and I'm going to have Ryan run the flag away from me. And as I'm petting, my horse can just stand here and watch that flag go away. So that's how I would quit. I wouldn't want to just turn tail to the flag and say, good work, after we have spent this lesson trying to get the horse connected to the relief. We wouldn't want to just walk away from it. So that's how I would leave my horse with the flag, is he can watch the flag go away from him, while my body language is saying, you don't need to move, you don't need to follow it, you can just stand here and get rubbed on. So that's it.